Little slow ride around the neighborhood. Like I said, I didn't even put shoes on. I got my flip-flops on still. Making Terry proud out here. Hey Chris, you're in the new kit tonight.
Oh yeah.
On my streams you're known as the guy, I'm going for the guy in the green.
I do have the green shorts, yeah. Yeah.
They're like, he looks fast, but I'm going for that guy.
Oh, dang.
You belong with me. Sewer pumping and commode company. And it just reeks of death through here. Oh God, there it is. Oh, good grief. To some people that's the smell of money, but that certainly smells like shit. So count to 3. Like 1, 2, 3. Whoa. There you go. Like fireworks are going off. I'm gonna have to edit this video, put it in my movie editor, like put like sparkles going off and like crowds cheering. Holy shit, it's a red dinosaur. Oh man, I think I just lost whatever viewer fans I had. I just lost them all, right?
For like 2 minutes between like
Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Dude, we're all turning left, not just you. What a... I tell you, there's some people in this world that are just all about themselves, aren't they? That car's turning left, that car's turning left, I'm turning left, and there's one D over here thinks he's got the right to pull up in front of everyone to go left. That's how you get road rage started. Oh, there we go. Got the camera turned around. How you doing? Power Karma here. Out doing a walking, hiking stream today. Oh, look, there's another jet out there. I wanted to get out here, do walking, get some fresh air. You know, it's the first day we've had some nice weather in a while. We've had rain and fog and just been cold, and today was the first day it actually warmed up to about a little under 60 degrees. And you can see well, it's cloudy right now, but the sun was shining for the most part of the day, so it was pretty warm today. Let me flip this back around. Shit. Damn it, I didn't really notice that. Sorry about that. I kind of left the house in a hurry and didn't even think about it, so I'll fix it up here when I get to the top of this climb.
Power Karma but said, switching to live scene. Scene successfully switched to live.
Probably could have brought about that, but could have mounted this up on something. Yep. All right, let's change this real quick. One more. 1, 2. I think we'll leave it there. All right, we're testing, so we're currently on BA, so we're gonna do AB swap. BA to AB swap. Alright, we got that. We got that. Good to go. This camera position is good. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember how. I think you have both for left and right. So A should be interior. B will be exterior. Yep, there we go. There we go. Come on, switch.
Stream offline at Sunday,
Oh,
January
man.
18, 2026, 10 hours, 14 minutes, and 52 seconds AM. Stream online at Sunday, January 18, 2026, 10 hours, 14 minutes, and 53 seconds AM.
All right, well, so here's the deal, here's the plan. I still have issues with OBS at home. I can't quite figure it out. It's now a new problem. Where the previous problem, let me mute my audio here. So my previous problems, and I believe it's still a problem, is where I'm getting drop frame rates due to network, where essentially there's just not, I don't want to say there's enough bandwidth, because I know when I do a speed network test I have plenty of bandwidth, but something is indicating that my video feed is not working for live stream due to drop frames to network. So that's one issue, okay, which for whatever reason occurs on Saturdays, not so much Sunday. But the new problem that I have, that I want to say that I recognized it a couple of days ago, and that's where OBS is intermittently just disconnecting from the network. Let's see here. I think we got somebody here in the YouTube chat. Let's see what we got. Nathan Bustamante. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in the YouTube chat. So now I just had one of those disconnects. So now I'm concerned that throughout this live stream we're going to kind of get the same issue. So I spent probably a good hour on that computer this morning, diagnosing it, just researching every setting that may have changed in the last week, which is not much. I generally just don't change a lot. You know, it's my philosophy is if it's not broken, don't fix it. Now, what I did do is any kind of plugins that I was not utilizing, you know, I went in and I just either completely uninstalled those or disabled them in some way, and mostly uninstalled them. I actually went back and reset a little bit of the streaming bit rate. I generally run it a little bit higher than recommended, which I know can cause problems, but it has never been an issue. So I went ahead and reduced it to what most of the different platforms, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, said that, hey, this is the recommended for a 1080 30p live stream. So we got everything optimized. However, I still got a shutdown. So we're gonna just go with it. We're gonna roll with it. I've been wanting to do this stream for a long time, where I've got the multi-camera setup. We go for a drive. We go to some places where I know that in the past where I try to go live stream, that the networks just, there's just not enough. Even though I'm running multiple networks between Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile, it's just there's some places where there's just not enough cell signal to keep the bit rate. So we do have the Starlink satellite up on the roof today. That's what the cables are up here. So we got Starlink on board. So I think that will definitely negate some of those issues. And we're running we're running Verizon and T-Mobile also in conjunction with Starlink. Okay, so that's the plan today. So I'm gonna, I believe I was gonna head towards, I was either gonna head towards Jemez, or I was thinking about headed towards Capitan Carrizozo. But I think today we're going to go towards Jemez. We'll go check out Jemez. I even thought about just going to Pecos, because I know Pecos is also have issues, with keeping a stream. I can only get so far into the town of Pecos, and then from there it's just you can't really drive along the river up towards the mountains. So in any case, today we are going to head towards Jemez and see how long we can keep this stream live. Okay, so let me just check a couple of settings here, and we will get moving. Let's see here. Bear with me just a sec. I do want to make sure I am on Starlink Wi-Fi. HW star. Yep. Switching. Yep. HW star. Nice. Okay, we are hooked up there. Let me see what this phone is on. All right, so we got everything ready to go. We are good to go. So once again, everybody, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, hang on, let me pull this back up. If you are new to my channel, my name is Power Karma. Most people know me on social media as Power Karma. My actual name is Angel. We are going for a drive live stream today, so we're going to go try to hit some remote places. We do have Starlink satellite on board. Let's see here. I put the camera in the lower left instead, lower left. You know what I forgot to do? Gosh darn it. I hope everything's okay up there, but I completely forgot to put gaffer tape on the cables up there on the camera, so hopefully we'll be okay. Might stop and give it a look over. Everything was going so smooth today as far as getting things set up, ready to go and everything, and like it just dawned on me that, you know what, I forgot to put gaffer's tape on the cables up there. I don't know, that camera does a pretty good job as far as the magnet on there. You know, I've had it on the freeway and speeds of excess of 80 miles an hour, and I don't intend to go that fast today, so we'll just kind of see how that goes. There's a horse. Hey, buddy. Come on. somebody out here riding their bicycle. I did not want to ride in the cold again. It's either going to be this as a live stream or indoors. Yeah. I was so miserable on that. I don't want to say it was miserable, but there was a certain point where it just, the cold became overwhelming, and all I could think about was just getting home and getting warm. That's all I wanted to do. In the beginning, it wasn't so bad. You know, I could feel that it was cold. And then there was a certain part of the ride where my 2 thermal layers on my legs kind of felt a little too warm. And then it just, all of a sudden, everything just completely changed, and everything completely changed, and next thing you know, I'm just cold. I can feel the cold penetrating my legs, my knees, my chest, everything. So I knew I was not going to be going out today. I'd be glad though if we make it all the way. I'd be really impressed with this whole setup if we make it to Hamas and don't lose signal. That's the real test today. I've ridden up this way a few times with my motorcycle, and so I have a good idea where the stream would normally kick out. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna. I mean, I've already done some other tests with the satellite on board, and so I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get to places I couldn't go before. So we'll see, though. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out.
Dmitry Kupryayan offset. Room for
Dmitry, what's up? What's up? Dimitri, I still have an issue with OBS. It's a new problem. So you already know I have the one that, for whatever reason, generally Saturdays, you know, frames drop due to network, and you know, it could be good to YouTube, and Twitch is bad. You know, this, that. Okay, that is like, I don't know that I'll ever solve that problem. But I have a new problem where it seems like it's random. Like every 30 minutes or so, the stream will suddenly shut down. So essentially it says, I get a message that says OBS disconnected, and then just as soon as it turns off, it turns right back on. But it still creates a new VOD on Twitch. YouTube, you just see a skip. It doesn't make a new video. I spent probably an hour this morning troubleshooting, changing, deleting plugins that I'm not using. I've lowered all my bit rates because I've always ran, you know, slightly above the standard. So I lowered all my bit rates to this is what they say you should run. And I.
Dmitry Kupryayan offset. Did you update OBS? Maybe there are still some bugs.
Yeah, it's updated. It's. I'm trying to think. I think I know when the problem started. It started.
I'm still on OBS 30. Think it's up to OBS 32.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I tried going back, I don't know. I kind of recall the problem starting a few days ago. I was on Zwift and I noticed that happened. In fact, if you look at one of my Zwift rides, you'll see in the middle of the ride, I have like a 1 hour ride and then a 30-minute ride, even though it's the same ride. So that is when it started. And the only thing that I did different, and maybe I go back and turn it off, but I was trying to figure out like what could be causing my frame rate to network issues. So I went and port forwarded the ports that Twitch requires to use, which, you know, I don't even think I had to do that. So I'm probably going to go back and shut it off, because it seems to me like that problem started when I forwarded those ports. So it's probably an absolutely unnecessary setting change. So I don't know if that caused it, but it seems to me, timing wise, that's when it started. But I don't know, like I said, just like live streaming in general has been frustrating lately, I would say. Extremely frustrating.
Dimitri Kapriyanov said, "Don't think Twitch needs any port forwarding."
Yeah, I know. I just did it just to see if that had maybe anything to do with why I'm getting that frame rate drop due to network. I just needed to see if that might have had, I don't know. So like I said, I'm gonna go back and turn it off. Like I don't normally. The only time I ever had port forwarding on is if I ran some kind of server in my network, and so I'm gonna go back and shut it off.
Dimitri Kapriyanov said, "You need port forwarding for NOABLS."
I don't even know that I have port forwarding for no albs. Maybe I do. No, I don't even have port forwarding for no albs. But let me think about that for a minute. So are you talking about if you're running a no alb server, or am I confused with what's this guy doing in the road? So when I start no albs for OBS, is that the same thing as running a no alb server? But again, I don't think that's a problem. Like I said, all these issues started, I mean, I've been streaming for several years now, and all these problems seem to have just occurred in the last couple of months or so, it seems like. All right, y'all. I'm gonna stop up here really quick. Like I said, the only thing I'm concerned about is I forgot to put some gaffer tape.
Dimitri Kapriyanov said, "I would try going back to older OBS if you can, unless you need the newest OBS."
I don't think I do. I just updated because it came up, you know. So I might try that. See if potentially that has something to do with it. Just trying to think, like, do I go back one version or a couple of versions, I guess, is the issue. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to stop up here really quick, and I just want to check the camera because that's the one and only thing that I forgot to do. Generally, when I run this Feiyu Tech camera up on top, I usually put gaffer tape around the base. Even though it's magnetically attached, I usually put gaffer tape around it and tape down the cable as well. So it's not going to be like when I drive to Las Vegas and I'm doing 80 miles an hour or anything like that. I'm not going to do any high speeds today, so I'm not overly worried about it, but I just want to check it just to make sure, because I do know that even though it's got a really good magnetic base, it does have some like play on it, like it can easily move. So I'm just gonna go check it really quick, just keep an eye on it. Place to stop here. I don't think I need to stop for gas or anything. I think we're good on gas. Where should we stop? I don't know if I have any tape in here at all. I think we'll be okay though. Let's see. I think we'll be all right. All right, everybody. We're gonna get going. So once again, if you're just joining us, we're gonna head up towards Jemez. So again, this is kind of another test of the whole. How does the satellite work? Going to places that I tried to stream before, and you just can't stream in those locations. So I'm pretty sure it's going to work, but we will know when we get there. So just hang on, everybody. We are Jemez bound. I might even stop. I don't know if they're open today. I might even get a bison burger. We might get a bison burger today for lunch.
Dmitry Kapryanov said, "Good luck, gonna get out for some fresh air. Enjoy the drive.
All
Stay
right.
warm."
All right, Dmitry, we'll see you. Oh, are you kidding me? There goes OBS disconnecting again.
Stream online on Sunday, January 18, 2026, 10 hours, 52 minutes, and 51 seconds a.m. Stream offline on Sunday, January 18, 2026, 10 hours, 53 minutes, and 7 seconds a.m.
So are we offline or online? That's what I need to know. This stupid thing. Nothing like coming home and you got a bunch of VODs because OBS still has an issue. So I think I am going to try going back a couple of versions on the software. I just don't know what else it is. It could be. All right. Hello again, everybody. I know there's a handful of people out in the chat, both on YouTube and let's see how that switched over. Okay, I see how that switched. Okay, we're good. I know there's a handful of people out on some of the chats, both Twitch and YouTube. So we are going for a drive up towards Hamas. This is to be a, well, for one, we're going to go explore, but it's also a continuation of testing to see how well the satellite does as far as the keeping the live stream live in some remote places that I haven't been able to go before. So this road here, believe it or not, this is the well, have no choice but to believe me. But this is the road that we use often, my wife and I, when we go camping. We have a nice little spot that we hit up every time. Usually takes about less than an hour to get there. You can be in remote, no one around you, dogs can roam freely. This is the way we always go to get to that camping spot. I'm not going there today, but we are going to go that direction. Generally, like I said, I've come this way and I've live streamed on my motorcycle. And there's a certain area where I know I can get to when I do a motorcycle live stream and I'm running three networks. It seems like even with the 3 networks, this is where the stream is going to stop. Today I don't think we'll have that issue because we do have the satellite on board up here. So I plan to get in there a little further. We'll see how far up we can get up in there. I am driving just a tad under the speed limit today, just because the camera that I have up here, which is the roof camera, even though it has a pretty good magnetic base that it attaches to the top of the truck, I normally reinforce it by putting a little gaffer tape around the base of it and then tape down the wire, and completely forgot to do that. So it just I do know it holds up and holds well when I drive to Vegas and do that type of live stream. You know, it can handle up to 80 miles an hour, but we're going to keep the speeds just a tad under speed limit today, and it won't matter once we get up into the headed up towards the mountain. When I hit this little town up here, I'm probably going to just do another quick little stop just to check the camera, make sure it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. I can see the angle of it. It doesn't appear that it has moved much, you know. This spot up ahead, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the white area there, pretty popular single track mountain bike trails in that area. I think it's called White Rock, if I'm not mistaken. But pretty popular around here for people to just, again, travel less than 30 minutes and be at some very nice bike riding out over here. I've never done it. One of these days I think I should grab a live stream and a bike and come on out here and try it. Here's our little town. So I'm just gonna make another quick little stop just so I can check the camera up on top. Eventually I'm just gonna quit worrying about it. If it stays in place, which, you know, every time I look at the preview it looks like it's staying in place, so I think it's just time to quit worrying about it. Stop it. Jeez, that's a big pothole. Don't hit that one. All right. Stay in place. Camera staying put. So go. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get back on the road. Let's see here. All right, everybody. We're gonna keep going. We did a quick little stop again just to check the camera up on top here. I forgot to put gaffer tape to secure it like I normally do, even though it's got a pretty good strong magnetic base. I've not lost it yet, even doing 80 miles an hour driving to Vegas with up on top. But so we're going much slower today, but I generally always put the gaffer tape around the base just to make sure it stays in place, and then secure the wire that's coming around to the camera right here. And so we forgot that. So I think I'm just gonna quit worrying about it. Other than it is kind of giving me the opportunity to get out and just like quick little stops, you know. Nice little stops. So if you're just joining, we are headed up towards Hamas today.
MacShat0W said, why not just have it on the dash inside?
Because I have one inside right here. I kind of like the one up on top. I don't get to use this setup very often, you know. Definitely not as often as I would like.
MacShat0W said, I mean on dash looking out.
Oh yeah, well I mean I've done that before, but just this particular camera setup is something that I do once in a while, and so I have this one camera that's kind of unique where it's got a nice little gimbal, it's a nice lens, it's a magnetic base. So I like to do the one that's actually outside instead of looking through the glass. You know, especially when the glass starts to get, you know, dirty and bugs and stuff on it. And then, because it is a gimbal control camera, I got the control right here on my left, so I could actually rotate it out to the right. I could face it to the back. So if it was inside, I couldn't get near as interesting shot as far as, like, you know, maybe a side view of something. It'll swing pretty far left as well, not too far.
MacShat0W said, ah, that's neat.
Yeah. It's a pretty neat little camera. Like I said, and it's been a while since I've done this whole multi-camera setup. I'm just always doing my go-to DJI, UVC, you know, and it just kind of is, on top of the fact that it's cold. I do not want to be outside riding my bike or my motorcycle today. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, and that is the multi-camera on the truck setup, which generally I only do this setup when I'm traveling, you know, whether it's to Phoenix or Las Vegas or, you know, something like that. Now, what I will say is that the few times that I have traveled to this area before, this is about the area that the live stream previously would start to kind of drop out. So I don't anticipate that today, just again because I do have the satellite on the roof today, so I don't think we've got to worry about any of that. So we're definitely going to try to get into some places that I've not been able to stream before. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to keep an eye on everything, and if it starts to give problems, then we'll turn around like I've done in the past. But I anticipate we're going to have no problems. So we'll see how that goes. There's usually a couple of dogs that are just usually running along or laying right along the road over here. Let's see if they're out today. So I think the hamburger joint is right here somewhere.
Reg 9K said, famous go visit Battleship Rock.
Yeah? How far is that from here? Oh, oh, yeah, I know where it's at. I might drive out that way. We'll see. I do have the satellite on board, so there's the hamburger place, and the dogs are usually hanging out over here. Probably too cold out. Is it just me, or is that camera up on the roof like hesitating?
9K said, maybe hesitation a bit time to time. MacShad0W said, stream stuttered a little back there, taking a bit to catch up, I think.
Okay.
MacShad0W said, it's good now.
All right.
Reg 9K said, Soda Dam is about 12 miles ahead of you.
Soda Dam. Okay. Do you know, Reg, off the top of the hand, can I get up to the Gilman Tunnel? Like, I know the direction to go and everything, but I'm trying to determine if it would be even worth heading in that direction.
Reg 9K said, Dave's Burgers is closed. Not sure. Reg 9K said, not sure on that.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Stop for just a sec. All right, let me just check this camera for a bit. I wish this camera would allow me to see what's actually happening in real time. I pretty much have to wait for the video delay on YouTube to actually see what's going on with the camera.
MacShad0W said, Monday through Tuesday we're looking at possibly -20 with the wind chill in Ohio supposed to be colder than Alaska.
That's pretty cool. Don't envy you right now. Hang on, I gotta get the camera back where I had it. Let me see. I think that's where it was. Yeah, let me just bump it up just once. There we go. No, yeah. Let's see. All right, everybody, we're gonna get back on the road. I might stop at the visitor center over here really quick and use the restroom, and then we'll keep going. Now, so what I'm going to tell y'all is that my previous experience is generally like right around here. So when I've live streamed with my motorcycle before, I can usually get to this point and the live stream will stay up and running. And then I will go a little bit further, like maybe 2 more hills, and that's it. Like, stream no more. So,
Reg 9K said, I just watched a video. They just had 23 days where temp never went above 0 F and got down to negative 60 F.
damn. That doesn't sound fun at all. You guys are giving me PTSD from my bike ride yesterday where I was just absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing.
Reg 9K said, in Alaska.
Oh, man. So anyways, we have the satellite on the roof today. I don't anticipate the stream dropping out. Okay, so that's going to be kind of a test today. So right here, we'll kind of consider this is the wall where previously, you know, I can get a little bit further.
0W said, LOL.
But I think we will be fine. So let me head over to that restroom really quick. Stop in there. All right, I will be right back. Let me let's switch you back to this camera here. Got my wallet. Pretty sure everything should stay powered up. Let's see. Hello, hello. Yep. That's on, that's on, that's on. I think everything should stay powered up. Yep. All right, we're good. I'll be right back. All right. Hopefully y'all didn't get too bored while I was gone. Let's see here. So we stopped in, used the restroom, much needed restroom break. Not only that, look at that, we got a hot chai tea with oat milk.
Reg 9K said, the turn to G. Eilman's tunnel is about 2 miles ahead. Joe Daddy's grill is right there. May be closed today as well.
Okay. We got a chai tea with lavender, and look at that, a stack of biscochitos. I might turn that direction. Oh man, that is really good. I don't think I've ever had a chai tea that tasted like that before. Yeah, that is really good. Let's try a biscochito. Let's see here. I might go that direction just to test it out. I'm a little hesitant. I do know for the most part, like the road is, you know, if I had stolen my wife's Jeep, I'd be less hesitant to go certain areas. My truck is not four-wheel drive. It's just a two-wheel drive, but it does have traction, a diff lock. Look at that. Biscochito. I don't think I've ever had a this is kind of like a more of a fluffy biscochito. Most people make them definitely a little more on the crunchy side, where you got a little snap and crunch to the cookie. That's pretty good though. Put here. No. Maybe put them down there. No. Where's the spoon? There's a spoon right there.
Reg 9K said, saw you later, off to spin for a while.
Take it easy, man. Enjoy your ride. Are you in our lovely state, or are you working north again?
Reg 9K said, I'm Nord. Was supposed to be there this weekend. Wife got sick.
So you're avoiding the wife, or she with you, and that's why you have to stay.
Reg 9K said, there's about 30 seconds of delay. Reg 9K said, with me.
Oh. That's a big delay. That's normally it's like 15 to 20, but I can imagine with the satellite.
MaxShat0W said, same.
I imagine with the satellite having to take over everything, there's just a little added delay there. I'm pretty sure if I check the Bella box right now, the T-Mobile and Verizon are doing zip nothing. It's probably going to be all 100% satellite right now. All right, everybody. So right here, I'm going to turn left here. Only because I have never gone this way. And I do want to go check it out. Where's it at? Oh, it's up here. Is this it? Oh, yep, that was it. I should have turned right there. So again, this is the road that I've never been on. I have seen this road from this end and the other end that's way up on the mountain where we normally go camping. So I do know at some point in time it turns into pretty much it's off-road only. So I just wanted to see what it's like. So hopefully we can find a I don't intend to go all the way up and around on this road by any means, but again, I just for me it's more than anything is just to see where we can go, how the satellite handles the stream. Well, I tell you what, if the bus can make it through here, then there's definitely a place where I should be able to turn around. I don't think I've ever been on this side of the canyon before. It's a bunch of mountain bikers. They're probably on their way up, I'm sure. What's this guy doing? Why is he riding his bike like that? Got a little breaking up on the live stream. I can see that. May have to plug this phone in over here at some point. one-lane roads with turnouts. All right. This is where it might get a little sketchy, and why I've never gone this way before, so I was debating whether to take the wife's Jeep, so that way I had a little smaller vehicle and something with four-wheel drive, just in case. Like I said, I don't anticipate anything happen, but I already got somebody stopped up here. Man, this road is not in good condition, I'll tell you that. So I'm already concerned. Look at that. That is amazing. I've never seen this side of the canyon before. Yeah, I definitely don't know that I'm gonna go too far in, y'all. Definitely have concerns about taking a larger truck up versus if I had the smaller Jeep. Closed gate ahead. All right, everybody. I guess this is as far as we can go. You can tell that the tunnel is definitely up there. I definitely don't want to get caught up in there. this thing is warm. plowing. out on the main road. I think the last time I did a live stream, excuse me, on the motorcycle, it was probably just a little further up, but that is where I stopped and turned around because there was just, I no longer had the ability to even monitor if the live stream was live or not. So unlike today, you know, I can still clearly see we still have live stream, and even you know, going deep over there, I doubt, highly doubt there was even cell phone coverage over there at all. So we're probably 100% on the satellite. Where through here, I know there's a little bit of cell coverage because somewhere up on the hill here, I know there's a couple of a tower or two. Excuse me. But yeah, I think it was actually this little rest stop right here is where I had stopped and turned around just so that I could actually monitor and see that I had live stream. So we were definitely taking us in here a bit deeper today. Pretty sure we will have live stream. Hamus Springs. Village limits. Alright. This will probably as far as I'm going to go today. I was debating on whether I go all the way up and around, work my way through Los Alamos, but I don't think today's the day for it. It's already 12. So I might just make Hamus a kind of a safe turnaround point and then head back. But what I will say is that definitely successful stream as far as again the satellite on board and being able to do this type of stream. This definitely was not possible with the other way I was doing it. Definitely not possible. And the good thing is, what do you call it? Starlink actually, for what I was paying, now has doubled the bandwidth that you get now. So I'm quite interested in seeing how much I used today. I know the one time I did a live stream on the motorcycle, and I think I used, in that one day, I used almost 30 megabits of bandwidth, or 30, are we on gigs or megs? Or no gigs. I think I used almost 30 gigabits of bandwidth for the live stream. And it's like, that just tells you how much the satellite had to take over from the cellular modems. Oh, God.
Radston said, "Go look for gold."
You probably can find it out here. A lot of fools go, that's for sure. Well, at least not in this area, but there was another area that I wanted to go try to live stream at some point, but used to pick up a lot of fool's gold there. Iron pyrite, I think is what it's called. Alright, Los Ojos, right here, this bar. Phenomenal bison burger. Alright, y'all, I think I am gonna peel off right here. All right. Let me just stop, take a quick little. Let me stretch my legs out just a little bit. Check the camera up top, and we'll probably head back. I don't know that I'm going to go up any further. What I'm debating right now is whether to just wait till I get home to eat, or just stop here right now and get a bison burger. It's been a minute since I've had a bison burger here. So I don't know. Might need another one of these cookies. All right, let's head on out. Smokes, this thing's getting hot. I'll put this in the shade. Down here. Oh, God. I could take a nap right now. Just pull over to the side of the road and take a nap.
Horsepower Karma said, "Hi Honey Bear, I'm home now. Maddox is okay."
You mean he survived? Could have taken him with me. The only problem is that would potentially hinder if I did get out somewhere.
Horsepower Karma said, "I'm going to have the smaller of the two sandwiches."
All right. Yeah, I'm probably going to come home and eat the other. I was going to have a bison burger in Hamus, but I decided I'll just come home and eat.
Horsepower Karma said, "What are you wearing on top? What did you decide?"
What am I wearing on top?
Horsepower Karma said, "Oh, you should hamburger. Burger." Horsepower Karma said, "On top your shirt."
Oh, it's just a black t-shirt. And this, that flannel that you got me in Las Vegas.
Horsepower Karma said, "Not a sweatshirt."
Yeah, it's that orange and blue flannel that you got me in Las Vegas. All right, finally put the cruise control, let my leg rest. Good grief. It's one thing I don't like about driving so much anymore is I just can't really drive without cruise control. So, overall, pretty good day. Definitely not a lot of activity or people in the live stream today, but that's typical on a Sunday. But I got a good test in once again of the satellite on board. Taking the live stream into some places that I would not normally be able to get into. Definitely, I do want to plan some trips where I'm going a little bit more into some of these areas. Like even where I stopped and turned around in Hamas, like I could have kept going, and like it's such a beautiful drive up there as you start getting further and further up there in elevation, and then you kind of go from this high desert area to kind of like the red rock sheer canyon cliff kind of terrain, and all the way up until you just jump into pine forest, deep pine forest mountain type area. So one of these days I might actually do that, where I'll come around this way here like I normally do, like we did today, but continue on up, go all the way through Hamas, head on up, all the way up, go up to the junction where my wife and we normally camp up that way when we do go camping. But I would just continue to drive through that junction and come all the way up and around through Los Alamos, head on up into Los Alamos, and just wrap all the way around, come back down through Espanola, then Tesuque, and then Santa Fe, and then if I'm still feeling up to driving, just continue, instead of coming straight on the highway back to Albuquerque, go around through Turquoise Trail, head through Madrid. Be a long scenic drive. Definitely would have to stop quite a bit for that. Wouldn't be able to. Definitely don't think I would be able to drive it all the way through without multiple stops, stop in to eat, take breaks, things like that. Driving is definitely becoming more and more of a challenge for me. Long distances without numerous breaks.
Sinor said, hi.
Hello. How's it going? You were on the stream earlier today, right? When I started out? Am I wrong or right?
Saint Sinor said, and
Oh, okay. All right, then it was somebody else that came in and just said hi like that, but I thought it was you.
Saint Sinor said, what? Saint Sinor said, the plan.
Right now we are headed home. I've been out already for, I know the stream only shows like 2 hours and 14 minutes, but it did like die or disconnect 2 times, so I've probably been out for 3 hours today. So we drove out into the canyons, out into the mountains. So we are actually headed back to Albuquerque, heading home. So as far as the what we intended to do for the stream, that part is done. It's over. So we saw some pretty.
Saint Sinor said, GG.
Yeah, we saw some pretty majestic, very amazing scenery, things out there. Just if you've never seen some of the canyons of New Mexico, where just sheer cliff walls, red.
Saint Sinor said, bury the body in the desert and run wild.
Yeah. Something like that. There probably could have been a couple out there where we were. But yeah, just definitely some amazing, amazing scenery. If you want to get, you definitely have to go back and watch the VOD if you want to get an idea of like how amazing New Mexico can look in the various parts of the state. I think people don't realize like how high elevation New Mexico is on the state, I don't think that there's too many areas in New Mexico below 4,500 feet. I could be wrong on that, but there's just a lot of New Mexico definitely sits on much higher elevation. So it's definitely a different kind of desert than, like California, what am I thinking? Death Valley, definitely that kind of desert, definitely definitely a different type of desert. high elevation mountain desert, and usually when you get past that and start hitting higher elevation, that's just right when you jump into the majestic pine trees. Good grief, man, this little device is hot. Hot. Easy there, easy. Look at all these people. And if you're gonna go, you need to go. Go.
Saint Sidor said, if I fast out and then lift weights, will my muscle grow?
Fast a lot? Ugh. I don't know about... So one, first of all, I'm not an expert on this, but my mind...
Saint Sidor said, I drink till in shape.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're taking in protein, right? I mean, you need... you definitely got to have protein intake for muscle to build, and the lifting weights, of course, you got to be, what do they call it, hypertrophy. Can't say the word. Essentially, the zone that you need to be working your muscles so that they can rebuild and build, but I don't know. I really don't know. That's I will say that, I mean, if you think about what most bodybuilders do, I mean, what are they doing when they're in a build phase? They are pumping in calories, you know?
Saint Sidor said, I see some gain.
You do, huh? How often are you fasting? That's what I want. I'm not a faster. I've been forced into fasting when I got sick, but I've never personally tried it. I've done things like it was like a accidental half of a day.
Saint Sidor said, I eat 1 meal a day.
Woo, okay. That one's got to be definitely a quality meal, right? I've done something.
Sidor said, anything to pizza to salads.
Okay. I've done something similar, but it was by accident, where like I get up, I intend to eat breakfast, but then I get, like, I work from home, so I actually end up getting busy in my work day, and next thing you know, call, then meeting.
Ice cream, my dog diet.
Do meeting after meeting, and then next thing you know, I'm eating my breakfast at 2, and then, you know, finish up my work day and whatever, and then when it comes to, then I go work out or ride or whatever, and then I don't want to eat dinner. So I've done it like accidental fasting, if you're talking like 1 meal a day.
Saint Sidor said, but I lift weight every day until 1H5 every day's off.
Okay. Man, I wish I had that. I wish I could do something like that. I'm lucky right now. If I get on Zwift,
Saint Sidor said, buffering.
I'm lucky right now if I get on Zwift like 3 to 4 times a week.
Saint Sidor said, I work my arm muscly. Saint Sidor said, shoulder.
Yeah. You know what? I got back into strength training, weightlifting. I call it strength training. I got back into it. Like I had a solid routine. Like I was back in the gym, my home gym, 3 to 4 times a week, lifting, push-ups, curls, everything. And then about 2-3 months ago, it's probably at least 3 months ago now, I did a business trip to Phoenix, and that just killed my routine.
Saint Sidor said, I'm in a divorce. I have zero ambition for indoor bike. I have rage for weights.
There you go. Make yourself an available stud, huh? You're probably, though, in that phase where, like, I remember that, just like I wanted nothing to do with women for a while. Like, I had no interest. Like, if a woman remotely flirted with me at a store or whatever, I just like just yeah, didn't even bat an eye. Probably came off as one rude son of a bitch. Very rude. Oh my God, what's with these lights? Sounds like it's working for you, though. I mean, that's what counts. I mean, if you're doing something and it's working, and then what can I say? You know, all I have is what I know and what I think. Whew, man, finally, almost home. It's Been a long day, y'all. I am legit tired. I don't even know that I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go home and jump right into a nap or just eat and then push through it, so that way I go to bed extra tired. Oh my god, this diesel truck in front of me, jeez, it is choking me out. I swear I just cannot stand the smell of diesel anymore. Just can't. Diesel exhaust specifically. Man, that wind is blowing. Who is this? Nathan. All right, everybody. It's been a long day. We're definitely on more of the boring part of the drive as I'm heading home, and I'm tired. I'm definitely tired. Definitely will make some clips and such of some of the more scenic areas of the drive. We'll definitely get out and try and do this again. Perhaps go someplace else unique. There's several good places that I would like to try this type of live stream where I do need the satellite in order to keep the live stream up. You know, when I'm on the main interstates and such, you know, it's generally not a problem between 3 cellular networks. You can generally keep the live stream up and going. But it's usually when I try to get into these remote places, that is definitely where it is a big issue. Oh my goodness, TPTV rating. Wow. TPTV, I didn't even know you were streaming anymore. I hadn't seen you in a minute. Welcome streamers, welcome everybody. I myself probably not going to be on too much longer here. As I'm heading home, it's been a long day. I've been out driving. We drove to some very remote areas of New Mexico. Some places that I normally cannot stream, but we have satellite on board for the internet and live stream, so we were able to get to some of these areas that, again, not normally able to stream. So that was actually quite a while ago. It took a bit of a drive to get out there. It's actually out in the direction where my wife and we drive out that way towards Hamas to go camping. But there are definitely some other drives and things that I want to try out, give it a shot. There's this one road that it's on the other side of this mountain over here. That I live on this side of the mountain. My mom lives on the other side. My brother also lives on the other side of the mountain. But there's a drive that I want to do where I head out towards where my mom lives and drive past it, head through Mountain Air, and then drop into is it Carrizozo or Capitan? I think it's Carrizozo first and then Capitan, New Mexico. Definitely, I want to try to go there sometime. I've always come in the main way that everybody goes, where you take the main Interstate 25 and then cut through, just past Socorro and come across. But I found out there's actually a back road that comes around on the back side of it. Definitely some good restaurants there that I definitely want to try out. But I think we can actually get to some of those places now and keep a live stream. I would also like to do it on my motorcycle, because I do have the motorcycle. Definitely not going to do it in this weather. I just don't. I already rode my bike yesterday in the cold for a live stream, and started out enjoyable, but by the end it just was not enjoyable because of the cold. it just was miserable. So anyways, that's why we were out driving today. Oh my god, come on, it's not a stop. Oh my god. What are they doing? Anyways, so I am actually almost home, everyone. I'm going to shut the stream down here in just a little bit. We'll get a little further up. So, as I usually like to say, I don't mind having you at home with me when I'm live streaming, but I don't want to take you home with me. So, this might look familiar to y'all. This is a road that I'm commonly on riding my bicycle. Oh goodness, oh my gosh, pardon the yawn. I think when I get home, I think I'm gonna eat and then maybe take a nap. What I'm afraid of is if I eat, then I won't be able to take a nap. But sometimes if I eat, it does make me take a nap. Or do I just take a nap and then eat later? Or do I just eat, skip the nap, push through it, that way I go to bed extra tired? That's the big debate right now. I knew I should have got in front of this person too. Didn't think there was enough room when that other car took a pass. My audio still live? Yeah, it's still live. Oh my god, this person is gonna drive me nuts. They're slowing down to 25 miles an hour. Oh, they're going straight too. Okay, well, at least there's 2 lanes. Alright, sorry for expressing my frustration there, but I am tired and I just don't have much tolerance for people that are Sunday driving. Well, it is Sunday. Gotta give them that. I remember my mom, when I was a kid, she always would tell me, watch out for the Sunday drivers. That, I believe, is what she was talking about. Man, they got this thing down to a single lane. Why they weaved it like that. It doesn't make a bit of sense. right, everybody. My turn off is coming up soon, where I'm going to shut the stream down. So once again, thank you everybody for joining. Last minute raiders that came in from TPTV. Good to see you. I don't know if you're still there, but again, good to see you. I haven't seen you stream in a while, but good to see you are streaming. For me, everyone, it's been an enjoyable weekend as far as live streaming. I did finally get outside for an IRL bike ride yesterday. Today we did a nice drive out into some remote areas of New Mexico. All week long I'll probably be right back to the indoor bicycle, doing Zwift at the end of my workday. I think next week I'm going to get back into my weightlifting, my strength routine. I think I'm just going to make a mental commitment that I'm just going to like get right back to it, just do it. And I remember I went a long period of not doing my weightlifting, and boy, it was hard to get back in it. And when I got back in it, I was like, okay, now I got back in it, I'm going to be sore for a good week or so, you know. And the challenge was, of course, just, you know, the next day pushing through it. And actually, I remember the second day wasn't so bad. I was actually doing pretty good. But by the third day, oof, man, I was definitely feeling it. definitely feeling it. And then I think I did another day, and then another day, and then all of a sudden it just became routine again. So, so I think I just need to get back into it. That's all I got. I just got to get back into the weightlifting and strength training. Have to. All right, everyone. I don't think we have a lot of people in Twitch, but I'm going to go ahead and raid out anyways. Like there might be a few stragglers around, so we'll see if we can find someone to raid out to. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. YouTube as well. I know we had quite a few people on the YouTube. I've been watching both. Not a lot of activity and as far as chat on both, but definitely appreciate y'all. So let's find somebody to raid out to. Bear with me just a bit. We want to raid. Let's see who's on. We got Relic. Oh, Dimitri's still on. All right, we're just going to send you all out to Dimitri. Starting the raid.